Hey guys, it's Team Real Estate Lifestyle. We are back with a new video. Today's video we are going over what is Airbnb investing. We hope you guys enjoy. Let's get started. What is Airbnb investing? Airbnb investing is a strategy where real estate investors purchase rental properties and list the entire property or individual rooms on Airbnb. It is uncommon for investors to live on the properties themselves. Airbnb investing is an excellent strategy for investors to gain income from multiple properties they own. Airbnb, VRBO, and other platforms have gained massive popularity in the last decade for their ease of use for both tenants and renters. The next question new investors ask is, are Airbnb investments profitable? Airbnb investing is one of the most profitable strategies for real estate investors due to the several opportunities Airbnb rentals present. Airbnb investments do come with their own set of benefits and drawbacks. Before you start looking for properties to invest in, let's go over the advantages and disadvantages of Airbnb investments. Pros of an Airbnb rental property. Cash flow. One of the biggest benefits of adding Airbnb to your investment property strategy is cash flow. A well-furnished property that is photographed professionally in a desirable location and comes with a great host has the ability to generate significant profits. In fact, when managed properly, an Airbnb rental can pull in 2 to 3 times the revenue of an unfurnished, long-term rental. All you have to do is research the costs of hotels in the area to see how much you can actually charge guests. It doesn't take a mathematician to realize that, financially, a well-run Airbnb can far exceed a traditional rental model. Minimal upkeep. It may be surprising, but the upkeep associated with running an Airbnb rental can be easier than the upkeep associated with a traditional long-term rental. How? Well, if you're renting out the property relatively often, that means you're also cleaning it relatively often. The best part, your tenants are the ones paying for the cleaning. An additional charge of anywhere between $75 and $200 is added to an Airbnb's nightly rate that is to be used as a cleaning fee. Additionally, the fact that renters are coming and going consistently means you'll always know when maintenance problems come about. Leave it to guests to leave a full review on whether or not every appliance in every room of the house was properly running during their stay. That might sound like a hassle, but it will allow you to get on top of any issues as soon as they arise. Flexibility. Turning an investment property into an Airbnb rental awards owners an inherent degree of flexibility. If for nothing else, owners are not required to list their home on Airbnb forever. If Airbnb turns out to be a lucrative endeavor, investors should continue to list on the online platform. However, if online requests leave more to be desired, owners can always take their homes off the site and find other ways to put them in operation. Jerry Hahn, the CMO behind PriceRebel, says nothing is stopping Airbnb rentals from being used another way. It allows you to consider leasing if you don't feel comfortable with Airbnb or need a more stable passive income. Or you can even take it off the market completely if need be, says Hahn. Cons of an Airbnb rental property. Communication. If you're an investor who is looking for a more passive investment, Airbnb investing may not be for you. One of the drawbacks, if you can even call it a drawback, of owning an Airbnb rental is the constant communication that must go on to achieve success. From pre- and post-arrival communication to planning key swaps, it's no walk in the park. If you're willing to put in the work, however, there's no reason to avoid Airbnb. Risk. There's always some risk involved with any real estate deal, and there's no exception when it comes to renting on Airbnb. That being said, risk might be considered another con regarding Airbnb rentals. New guests are entering and exiting your property weekly, and there's always a chance that that could lead to problems. A rowdy group in town for a bachelor party could spill red wine on your brand new white couch. A small child staying with their parents might accidentally break an appliance. While these instances are most certainly not the norm, they can happen, and hosts need to prepare themselves. Protect your property by properly screening tenants. Secondly, be sure to purchase insurance tailored to short-term rentals. There is no one-size-fits-all solution for Airbnb rentals, but there is the chance to profit if you take the right precautions. As with all investing strategies, there are pros and cons associated with the process. By minding your due diligence and identifying your short and long-term goals, it is possible to achieve success as an Airbnb owner. There is no one-size-fits-all solution for Airbnb rentals, but there is the chance to profit if you take the right precautions. As with all investing strategies, there are pros and cons associated with the process. By minding your due diligence and identifying your short and long-term goals, it is possible to achieve success as an Airbnb owner. Airbnb Investment Strategy 101. Set yourself up for success. You can do 3 different things to ensure your Airbnb rental property is a success. Start by researching the local neighborhood. Is the property in a desirable area? Are there activities to take part in? Is the home within walking distance to nightlife? Does it have easy freeway access? Identifying these features will help you decide whether an Airbnb rental is right for you and how much you should be charging your guests. Just as you would review comps in any other real estate transaction, research how much other Airbnb hosts are charging in the area. Tip number 2. Embrace dynamic pricing. It's okay to raise your rates when the market is hot and lower those rates when guests are few and far between. Again, stay on top of the trends by looking at what your competitors are charging. As for any product, the price should change depending on the demand of the market. Finally, as an Airbnb host, you should never be afraid to charge extra for additional amenity usage. If you're providing an extra bed or your guest wants to add an additional person to the house, they should have to cover the costs. No questions asked. Be sure to include these additional amenities in your property's listing description. You want to be as transparent as possible with your guests to build that trust. Summary. Owning an Airbnb rental can be a great way to earn additional cash flow, but before diving into the strategy, be sure to review the pros and cons, identify your goals, and play up your strengths. Thanks for watching, supporting and showing us love. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. Let's go, champ.